Diabetes affects the normal physiology of mental and physical well-being.
Diabetes is a chronic metabolic illness. Diabetes leads to lot of complication in the future life if uncontrolled properly. Diabetes is a vascular disease and it leads to multiple complications in the form of damage to retina, damage to kidney, damage to nerves, dyslipidemia, heart problems, diabetic foot and all. Plus patient will have fear of insulin. They feel insulin is the last treatment for the patients. Actually it is nothing like that, and due to all this fear of insulin, all the fear of the multiple complication, people of diabetes they land into anxiety, minor depression and some sort of major depression. So there is a clear cut link between the uncontrolled chronic diabetes and complications and the mental illnesses.
Diabetic patients are not allowed to be on Rosa.
Diabetic patient, a properly controlled diabetic patient, they can do the fasting in the form of rosa or other upwas as well. There are clear-cut guidelines given by the international diabetic patients for the fasting in Ramadan for the diabetic patients. So all the patients cannot go for the fasting. They have to do their risk stratification before going to do the fasting in the month of the Ramadan. The patients who are falling in the high risk category are not supposed to do the fasting, or the patients who are falling in the category of severe high risk, they are not supposed to do the fasting. Those patients, those who are having low risk of fasting, moderate risk of fasting, they can do the fasting in the month of the Ramadan with proper adjustment of the oral hypoglycemic agent and this basal insulin as well, under the guidance of proper diabetologist or endocrinologist, with proper guidelines of the dietitian in the form of taking proper diet and maintaining good hydration during the month of the Ramadan. So as far as fasting in the month of Ramadan is concerned, it is very essential for the patient to maintain their diabetic blood pressure and lipids under control, get done their HbA1c, give proper history to the clinician and the treating diabetologist, so that they can do your proper risk stratification, they can do your adjustment of the oral hypoglycemic agent as well as insulin, and they can guide you in the proper manner. Plus very important thing during the fasting is the monitoring of the blood sugar level, so as to avoid the hypoglycemia and the severe hyperglycemia during the month of the Ramadan. The patients who are intended to fast during the month of the Ramadan should do their preparation at least 1 month prior to the month of the Ramadan, so that they can control their blood sugar level A1C, and they can adjust their dose of the oral hypoglycemic agent and insulin under the supervision of your clinician, diabetologist or endocrinologist for safe fasting during the month of the Ramadan. Those who have history of hypoglycemia or repeated hyperglycemia or history of ketosis, and those patients who are having extreme complications in the form of severely uncontrolled retinopathy, nephropathy or uncontrolled heart disease, in this type of the patients we are not allowed to do the fasting. So these are the high risk category of the patients who are not supposed to do fasting during the month of the Ramadan. All these factors are going to be decided by your clinician or the diabetologist, and they will guide you accordingly the adjustment of your dose of medication, and then they allow you for the fasting with proper dietary advices.
Rosa will lead to increase in potential risk of hypo or hyperglycemia.
Fasting during the month of the Ramadan is not common, so we have to do the risk stratification of the patient before advising them to go for the fasting during the month of the Ramadan. As I mentioned, the patient has to start this preparation at least 1 month prior to the month of the Ramadan. They have to do their proper assessment in the form of blood sugar level, in the form of kidney functions, in the form of screening of the complication. Then the clinician has to assess their risk stratification in the form of proper history taking. Those patients who are having history of hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia and admission due to ketosis are not supposed to do the fasting during the month of the Ramadan. Plus this has to be done under the supervision of the healthcare professional, diabetologist and the trained nurses, because patient has to do the proper self monitoring of the blood glucose level, blood pressure at home, and they have to contact their clinician if required. So to avoid this risk of hypoglycemia or the severe risk of hyperglycemia, we have to guide the patient, we have to educate the patient, we have to do proper risk assessment of the patient, and then we have to do the dose adjustment required for the particular patient. Treatment has to be individual definitely, and then under the supervision of the clinician, we have to guide the patient or tell the patient for the safe fasting during the month of the Ramadan to avoid the hypoglycemia or severe hyperglycemia and electrolyte imbalance and dehydration as well.
Uncontrolled diabetes can lead to depressive thoughts.
Yes, as I mentioned, diabetes is a chronic metabolic illness, and diabetes, it is not only the illness of the diabetes is not only the disease of the blood sugar level, it is the disease of the blood vessels. According to American Diabetic Association, diabetes equivalent to the cardiovascular diseases. So this is the this concept of the vascular disease we need to keep in the mind. So as we know, when we are guiding our patient for the management of proper diabetes, actually diabetes is a disease of the lifestyle, and it is a progressive disease. So as the age of the patient increases, the severity of diabetes increases, the dose of the oral hypoglycemic agent increases, and somewhere down the line, after 10 to 15 years after diagnosis of type 2 diabetes, patient require insulin. Plus there is a risk of the micro and macrovascular complication as well. So whenever we are educating the patient regarding the management of diabetes, we tell them for the proper diet, proper exercise, adequate doses of the medicine, and regular monitoring of the blood sugar level. Every monthly patient needs to check the blood sugar level, HbA1c every 3 monthly, and once in a year patient need to do the screening of the micro and macrovascular complication. As we are educating the patient regarding this, patient may develop some fear regarding the micro and macrovascular complications, and due to this fear, patient goes into the anxiety disorders, some sort of minor depressions or some sort of major depression. Generally, these mental problems are seen in diabetic patients with chronic uncontrolled diabetes with complications. Plus there is some fear regarding the insulin. So it is our duty as a clinician or treating diabetologist to take out the patient from this fear of insulin and the complication. Properly controlled diabetes will not leads to micro and macrovascular complication in the future life. We can control these complications to great extent if we control sugar levels, blood pressure, weight and lipids of the patient. So we can prevent the micro and macrovascular complication in the future life. So it is very important for the patients, as far as the diabetologist point of view, to educate the patient, to upgrade the patient's knowledge regarding the disease, its progress, its complication in the future life, and proper guidance as far as insulin is concerned. Always remember, insulin is not the last treatment for the patient. Insulin is very important drug as far as diabetic management is concerned. It can control blood sugar level in a proper way. Titration of insulin is very easy. Many times we start the insulin very early stages of the diabetes for the proper control of the diabetes, like in preoperative period, in the pregnancy, in the ICU setup, when the patients are having infection, when the patients are having diabetic foot sort of thing, we use insulin and then it can be stopped. So insulin is never the end of the disease actually. So never fear regarding the insulin. Proper diabetic education given to the patient will definitely overcome this fear of insulin and the complication. So there is definitely link between the uncontrolled diabetic and complication and insulin and the psychological illnesses, but definitely we can overcome these complications by proper controlling blood sugar level, proper educating the patient, and telling them regarding the proper progression of the diabetic and its complications.
What is your message on the occasion of World Diabetes Day?
Diabetes is a chronic medical illness, and diabetes is a disease of the lifestyle actually. Nowadays we are facing the problem with the acute problem of the COVID, but diabetes epidemic is there in the in the world since long back, and it has created a lot of burden on the health system throughout the globe. For the proper control of the diabetes and for the proper awareness of the diabetes, International Diabetic Federation has celebrated the day of the World Diabetes Day on the 14th November each year. 14th November is nothing but the birth date of the Frederick Banting, who is the inventor of the insulin. So this 14th November is celebrated as the World Diabetes Day for creating proper awareness of the diabetic among the patients, among the healthcare professionals, and among the nurses. Every year they give a theme, and that theme will be spread all over the globe for the proper awareness of the diabetic management and for the patients and for the healthcare professionals. So this year the theme for the World Diabetes Day is Nurses Makes the Difference. We have to manage the diabetes with the diabetic management is a proper teamwork. It is not only the clinician who manages diabetes, because there is team involved in the management of proper diabetes actually. So we have to educate the patients properly. We have to give the insight of the disease to the patients by sitting across the table and by proper counseling in the form of proper diet, in the form of proper exercise plan, in the form of proper doses of the medicines. Plus we have to tell them regarding the proper progression of the disease and the complication caused by the disease due to uncontrolled diabetes. In that scenario, nurses play a vital role as far as diabetic management is concerned. They do guide our patients as far as the diabetic education is concerned, as far as self monitoring of blood glucose is concerned, as far as the insulin techniques are concerned, as far as the how to identify hypoglycemia, how to identify hyperglycemia. All these simple things which are going to matter a lot in the management of the diabetic patients, and they are advised by the proper trained nurses to our diabetic patient. So the nurses play a vital role, they play a vital link in between the patients and the clinician as far as diabetic management is concerned. So the role of the nurses is very important as far as diabetic management is concerned, and we have to highlight this the role of nurses, which going to makes the difference in the patient's life as far as control is concerned and proper diabetic management is concerned. So this year the theme of the nurses makes the difference has to be highlighted all over the globe for proper care and the management of diabetic population.